run through like the features, you know, the really cool features, like the is it stainless steel, and like how 2 TVs can get hooked up in there, and all sorts of stuff.
And yeah, I make them a little wider, a little longer.
Okay, cool.
No lofts. Try to do the more livable approach for people of all ages. You know, so
Yeah.
can live in it.
And then you can speak to the fact that it starts at 50,000, right? And then the whole matching.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll ask you, okay, how much are we talking, and how much?
Keep prescription drug prices high. Vote for corporate tax giveaways and tax breaks for billionaires. And voting 40 times to eliminate the Affordable Care Act without once offering a replacement. I'm Carolyn Long, and I approve this message because I'm going to Washington to represent you, not the special interests.
I'm going to come over. I'm going to intro.
Welcome back. I'm Chris McGinnis. This is a live look at McLaughlin Boulevard, 99E north now. Looks like we might have a little fender bender action down towards Holgate, so that could tie up the commute just a bit coming in from the southeast and the drive out of Clark County. Well, there you go. With the Interstate Bridge, the slow spot of our morning drive, the slowest commute, 30 minutes, just about to get you in from Main Street south to the Fremont.
And weather-wise, it's a chilly start in the 40s, even 30s in some spots. This is a completely dry day here on the west side of our state. Portland's high 68 degrees. And then tomorrow, the shower chance is kind of what we saw the last couple of days. Maybe you see something, maybe you don't. But remember, Friday, make your plans accordingly. It's a steady rain day expected.
Ooh, big changes. Thank you, Rod.
And today's a big day around here because it's Make-A-Wish Day at our KHW studios. We're highlighting the work that Make-A-Wish does right here in our community.
They are so amazing. You can help support what they do and become the owner of your very own tiny home this week. Mini Mansions is putting this home on the auction block to raise money for Make-A-Wish. It has most of the comforts that you're used to at home.
There's full appliances, stainless steel appliances, high-end, just like what you'd expect in a high-end home. Everything's just a little bit smaller. Dishwasher, refrigerator, everything's just mini.
That is gorgeous. That is Mini Mansions builder Mark Deering. He got involved with the Make-A-Wish Foundation when he built a custom tiny home playhouse for Wish Kid Poppy.
So today, KGW and Mattress World Northwest are working together to raise thousands of dollars for Make-A-Wish Oregon. So join us for an all-day virtual Wish-A-Thon on Facebook Live while we tell stories of Wish Kids all around Oregon. And Brenda and Rod, you guys are rushing off right now to start being part of our live broadcast.
Yes, we are. I cannot wait.
We're rushing off, dear.
So we're just 10 seconds away. So join us on Facebook Live, and we're going to have much more with our virtual Wish-A-Thon. The Today Show's coming up next. Have a great morning.
Val, can you take a picture of us all really quick?
Virtual Wish-A-Thon.
Before Tommy has to go.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hugo,
we are
come on
live on Facebook for the Wish-A-Thon. Where are you going?
Are we live on Facebook?
Yes, we are. I got to catch him up
You
on
did
these
say
things.
we. I'm the we part
you
of
and
the
I.
we.
Do you know what we're doing? Okay. Woo, our camera operator.
Following Jay.
He's actually walking backwards to get us to the studio so we can meet up with Christine Pitawanich. This is such a cool thing. I mean, there are so many kids who have life-threatening medical conditions, and Make-A-Wish is the heart and soul of kind of giving them some joy, and their families too.
It's hard for it not to be absolutely one of your favorite charities, just the concept of what they do, kids that are fighting very serious illness. Hey, what would you like to do? Well, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Disneyland, sometimes it's maybe some adventure they've never done before, but it produces wonderful stories.
Hey, thank you so much. So as far as what we're trying to do today, whoo, it's getting a little close there. As far as what we're trying to do, $35,000 is what we're trying to raise for Make-A-Wish Oregon.
We can do that.
I know we can.
Yeah.
They're actually going to put us to work pedaling. There are some kind of bicycles up there that we have to...
So the Making Money campaign isn't hinged on my pedaling abilities, I hope.
Good morning, guys. I know. Welcome to the KGW Wish-A-Thon.
Oh, look at this.
I know. We're live on Facebook. I think we're live on Twitter, YouTube, all because it is Wish Week here at KGW. And I heard you guys talking coming down the hallway. This is a huge deal. We're trying to raise $35,000 for Make-A-Wish, and it's in its 35th year. So they've been granting wishes, gosh, since 1983. And you guys gave a little bit of your thoughts, but when you think of Make-A-Wish, yeah, what comes to mind for you guys?
Well, I guess I think of the stories that we've highlighted here on KGW over the years. You know, the wonderful trips not just with the youngsters that are battling illness, but their entire families. They get to go, and it's a memory that, you know, in some cases these kids beat it. They win these diseases, and they go on to have these wonderful memories the rest of their lives.
And I think that's what I think about. You know, as a parent, I've got a son and a daughter, and I'm so grateful that they're healthy. But, you know, the times when you have community come together and rally around you, that means more than anything else. It's just to know that you're not alone. And not only that, it takes it to the next level where for a few moments or a few days, you can forget about all the stuff that's been bringing you down.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
right?
that's what it is.
Let's have some fun. Life is stressful right now. Let's be with our loved ones, and let's do something that we've always dreamed of doing, right?
And that's why it's so important that we help Make-A-Wish as much as we can, that everyone out there help Make-A-Wish as much as possible. Here's another thing that I think is really important to mention. All donations today will be generously matched by the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. Yes.
Awesome.
So, I mean, we're talking a lot of money going to an amazing cause. If you want to know exactly how you can help, you can go to our website, kgw.com/wish. That is where you can find all the information on how to donate. We're going to be talking about amazing stories today so people can get more information on each particular story. Also, we have the old school way, the telethon way, using an actual phone. That means
how does that work, Christine?
I know, right? Yeah, I don't. Do you know, Rod?
You still got the rotary dial.
Right, yeah. So if you want to call, that's 1-800-934-WISH, 1-800-934-WISH, that's 9474. Or if you're tuning in on Facebook Live watching us early this morning, there should be a little donate tab at the bottom of your Facebook Live screen. That's where you can click to donate as well. So lots of different ways that you can help Make-A-Wish grant wishes. We're also going to be talking about a mini mansion, so like mini homes that people can buy to also help Make-A-Wish. And we've talked about it over and over again, how these wishes are life-changing. And you've talked about how, you know, these wishes help kids when they're in these critical situations where they're dealing with these illnesses. Doctors say they're kind of a medicine in and of itself.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
What's the old saying? Laughter is the best medicine, so joy and happiness definitely improves the condition. I wanted to touch on what you just mentioned. Christine was talking about those tiny homes. Don't think typical tiny homes. These are mini mansions.
Fancy.
They are upscale, gorgeous. The appliances, we showed some on our Sunrise
I
newscast
saw that.
just before we came over here.
Stainless steel.
You guys have to bid. They are amazing.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking to Mark, who built,
Deering,
yeah, exactly, who built these mansions. One for Poppy, this little girl, a Wish recipient, and he's built one for everyone else to kind of donate and auction off. So it's going to be an amazing time. And so far, what I'm hearing is we've had $850. Is it, Lisa? Tell me if I'm hearing you wrong. Yeah, $850 donated, and you can see it right there.
Wow.
And you know what? We can't grant these wishes without you. And please just keep donating. This is going to be an amazing day. Brenda, Rod, you're here because you're helping us as well. And the reason you're helping us here is because you're going to be breaking a little bit of a sweat.
This is the toughest part of the day.
Are you feeling limber? Are you feeling limber and loose?
Take off my coat.
Okay, here. You want me to help you? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're overdressed.
Thank you. I'm ready.
Okay.
Are we
so
going to the bikes?
we're going to the
Tell us what
bikes.
we have to do.
We're going over here, guys. And there's another camera. So this is kind of behind the scenes. We're walking in one of our studios from one camera to the other. And so you guys can pick which bike you want.
I
But
assume the lower seat's mine.
I did not go there.
yeah, that was all you, Rod. That was all you.
Okay, I like these bikes.
I
by the way.
know, aren't
They're
they
Schwinn's,
cool?
it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. And these were donated. Oh,
Riding shoes?
you match the bicycles, Brenda.
Oh my
You
gosh.
absolutely match. Okay,
Come on,
so
girl, I'm already going here.
Rod is already talking smack, Brenda. Are you going to take that?
No, no, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to pedal. My legs are much
Okay.
longer than yours.
And look at this. Okay, you guys are riding through Venice. Isn't it beautiful?
We are riding through Venice.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. Thank
Isn't
you.
it gorgeous?
I've never vacationed with Rod before.
Shouldn't we be moving if we're in Venice?
You are moving. Your legs are moving.
feel like if I were in Hollywood, the scenery would be moving behind me.
Okay, and these bicycles, they're pretty cool. They were donated to us to use today by Nautilus Cares. And how this works, guys, continue to look at how many miles you ride, because for each mile, $100 will be donated to Make-A-Wish thanks to the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. So the more you ride,
Go faster, Rod.
yeah, go faster, Rod.
moving.
Okay, how are you feeling already? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, you're doing okay? Not breaking a sweat yet? Not breaking a sweat?
I'm not going very far, very fast.
Okay.
Look, we're just getting warmed up.
Exactly,
This is our
exactly.
warm-up.
And so while you guys are doing this, we'll go ahead and check in with you periodically to see how many miles or hundreds of dollars you've raised. But for now, we're going to watch a story, and we mentioned Poppy. She has a genetic disorder, age 6, so a 6-year-old girl. She wanted a playhouse equipped with all the amazing things a playhouse might have. So take a look at her wish being granted.
Poppy is a great big bright light. She is the absolute joy of everyone who knows her their whole life. You would never even think that her life has been as difficult as it has been. There's a lot that it affects in her body. Her skull was fused at birth along with her fingers and toes, and so she's had multiple surgeries and just a lot of medical anomalies and illnesses, and you know, and there's many more surgeries and things in the future. Then it's just been this amazing process of watching her wish come true. As it would take shape, like at first it was a stage and she would get up there and like perform on it, and you know, then it had walls, and you know, then it had little cutouts for windows, and she would go and decorate the windows, and so just kind of like every day she would go out there, and it's been so awesome to have Mark from Mini Mansions and Justin here. They've just really like made the process super fun to watch. She hasn't been able to see the inside for like a couple weeks now. She was having a hard time controlling herself.
And I wanted to say, this sponge is really telling me.
She just was like, I can't believe there's a big reveal today and I get to see inside, and my wish is coming true, and seeing all these cars and all these volunteers and all these people who helped, you know, make her wish come true, and like all of the different layers that went into granting this wish was pretty magical. There was pancakes, and there was ice cream, and there were chocolate chips, and then all of a sudden she was cutting the ribbon, and then I, you know, saw her walk in, and then I just heard her squeal. And so I went around to the front window, and I mean, it was just absolute elation. Her wish really has come true. Like, this thing that has been something that she talked about for years now is like, it's tangible, it's right there.
And I finally had the chance to come inside. There was Victorians, and this is my bunk bed. And over here, there's Tower Sitters and a big dollhouse. It's so amazing.
Now she has a place where we can camp, and her, you know, we can have her medical equipment there, and she can, you know, have the camping experience. It's, I don't know, there aren't words. Knowing that that's there, and that that will always be there for her, and that she has not only that, but the memory of all of these people coming together and doing that for her is, it's just, it's magic.
Wow, what an amazing story. And Mark Deering is joining me now. He is with Mini Mansions. You built Poppy's dream home. And from what I understand, I mean, that had such an impact on you. And now you're trying to make sure future wishes are fulfilled, right?
You know, it was a huge impact, just seeing it, you know, not only start, you know, from the beginning to end, but seeing Poppy's joy and that squeal when she walked in, and I mean, that made everything worthwhile. When I saw that, you know, just with the circumstances of having this mini mansion I was trying to sell, it just kind of worked out to see if I could, you know, contribute to help future wishes. So.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about this mini mansion that you've decided to help grant future wishes. People can, I think, bid on this, so give me the rundown, kind of tour me through.
You know, very high-end stainless steel appliances, quartz countertops, you know, everything that you'd expect in a high-end home, just a little mini, you know, just smaller, full bedroom, full bathroom. So everything that you'd expect without making too many compromises. Very high-end, and with the background I have growing up with my dad doing high-end cabinets and woodworking, I kind of, when Mini Mansions was started, I tried to take that high-end concept into the tiny house industry, and that's how Mini Mansion started.
And
so.
look at that. That is a nice place, and I feel like this is very trendy right now. A lot of people loving the tiny homes because, I mean, it's such a small space. You can serve water. I mean, you don't waste much.
Yeah, they're very efficient. LED lighting. Also with, you know, the housing crunch right now, with how much a house costs. I'm trying to create something where people can still have a very livable, realistic, high-end house, something that they would be proud of, but not have to spend $400,000 or $500,000.
Wow, and how much does that, like, how much time does that take you to make? I mean, how much time did you put into this mini mansion?
You know, each mini mansion, it takes about 2 months, months to build, and depending, you know, how fancy you want them, you know, 2 to 3 months to build.
Okay,
so,
yeah, and this one has the hookup for a couple TV screens. I mean, it is fully loaded,
Yep, you're
basically.
not going to miss any TV, any of your sports. Yeah, 2 flat screens, dishwasher, washer, dryer.
Wow.
Everything you know, expect in a full house, just just a little smaller.
So how much are we talking? Does the bidding start, from what I understand, at $50,000?
Yeah, the bidding starts at $50,000. Anything raised over $50,000, half goes to Make-A-Wish.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, right now it's down at Lovejoy Real Estate on I believe 14th and Johnson down in the Pearl District. I'm getting kind of all jazzed and spruced up for First Thursday tomorrow. But yeah, trying to get a lot of buzz around it, trying to get people to come take a look at it. But yeah, auction starts at $50,000, and anything over that, I'm giving half to Make-A-Wish. So
wow,
you know, that's the goal, is to raise some money, grant some future wishes, and just have some fun with it.
Yeah, and that is what it's all about. Remember, you can also help grant wishes not only by bidding on the mini mansion, but we've got our Facebook Live button on the bottom of what you're watching right now. That's where you can donate. The KGW News app, another option, kgw.com/wish. And right now, if you take a look, $1,000, more than $1,000 donated to our 2018 KGW Wish-A-Thon. So keep on calling, keep on clicking that little button, because the more you do that, the more wishes we can help grant through Make-A-Wish. Okay, Mark, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with this bidding and amazing mini mansions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's check in now with Brenda and Rod. Okay, let's see here. They've been bicycling now for a little bit. Oh, wait, I don't see Brenda. I see Venice. I see Venice there. Let's see if Brenda and Rod will appear. Okay, and I mean, they're biking through Venice, and we can't see them because they're going through all the channels. Okay, and I mean, like I said, just continue to keep donating. kgw.com/wish. You can also call 1-800-934-WISH, that's 9474, or click on the little button on the bottom of your Facebook Live, and you should be able to donate that way too. Okay, back out here on our Facebook Live feed to the couch. We're joined here by little 3-year-old Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Good morning.
You said good morning?
She's tired. Yeah. She's really tired. And Mom Trinity, thank you so much for waking up so early to come here. And so Alicia, she has leukemia, right?
She had leukemia.
She had leukemia. Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, we are at 1 year cancer-free this week.
Yes, 1 year cancer-free. And tell me a little bit about what her wish was.
her wish was to have her backyard turned into a park. She wanted a playground. She wanted 2 swings and a slide.
Okay, and we're taking a look now. Oh, that is adorable. And I mean, how did that make you as a parent feel to see her so happy? Oh my gosh, and she's so excited. Alicia was just like, that's me. She was pointing at the screen. Yeah, how did it make you feel just being a wish recipient, having Alicia have her wish granted?
It felt amazing. It felt like Alicia was given back a little bit of the hope, a little bit of the childhood that was taken away from her when she was going through treatment. She couldn't go to the parks, and she couldn't play, and she couldn't be a part of what most, toddlers were able to do. And so when this wish was granted for her, it just gave back to her and our entire family a little bit of what was lost, and set us on a new adventure, set us into, it's okay.
It's okay.
And set us into, our new life as being a family that has went through, a horrible illness that she overcame, and giving her the opportunities to go out in the backyard and slide down a slide and play on a swing and play in muddy puddles and stuff. It just gave her that spark and a little bit of hope.
Yeah, and we mentioned a little earlier how doctors say these wishes, are a kind of a form of medicine in and of themselves.
Absolutely. When I see her go out there and swinging high on her swing or going down her slide, it makes her happy. Gives her the ability to fight, gives her the ability to have that, I can do this, I can fight, I can continue being healthy, I can be a 3-year-old and overcome anything that comes in my way.
And that's awesome. 1 year cancer-free.
Yes. Yes.
Congratulations. And you guys are local then?
Yes, we live in Beaverton.
Okay, and that's another big thing is that we're raising money to grant wishes today for local kids. So we're talking about kids in Oregon and Southwest Washington. So right now, this is the webpage. Our goal, of course, $35,000. Please continue to donate. Already people have been donating this morning, but our goal, like I said, $35,000 for Make-A-Wish that's in its 35th year. So kgw.com/wish, that is the website that you want to go to, or you can always click at the bottom of your Facebook Live screen. There should be a donate button, or you can call the old school way, 1-800-934-WISH, 1-800-934-WISH, which is 9474. Thank you so much, Alicia and Trinity, for joining us this morning. Your story is an amazing one.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's go to bikes now. Okay, there you are, finally. Okay, so how many miles have you ridden so far?
It says 6, but I started at 3, so I could only claim 3.
Oh, you can. What about you, Rod?
Mine says 4, but it started at 3, but I had to go to the restroom.
Oh, I see. You had to take a break, right? Okay, well, it looks like you guys are having fun and you guys are sightseeing in Venice.
Yes.
Keep pedaling, guys, because right now you're raising money. Does that make you feel good?
That does make me feel good. Absolutely. It makes me feel like I was in better shape so I could be raising money faster than I am. Okay. We're going for the big money? We're going for the big money.
Okay, go for it, guys. Okay, we're going to check in with you. We're at 11:50, so just keep on pedaling, guys. So keep on pedaling. Okay, 1150 donated so far. Thanks to all of you out there in Facebook world, online. Again, you can donate on our KGW News app through kgw.com/wish, or of course on that little button on the Facebook live feed. Back out here to the couch, I'm joined here by Matt Eckerd. Thank you so much for joining us. You're with Prime Lending.
Prime Lending, yes.
Okay, and you guys have decided to support Make-A-Wish in such an amazing way.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
So we had the opportunity to hear Alicia's story, and once you hear it, you hear that she just wanted to have a park, right? She wanted a slide to go down, and we heard that there was a chance for us to step in, and at our company we help families buy houses, and when we heard that her home was a place for a wish to be granted, we were like, all right, we could do that. So we stepped up, and it was just an amazing experience to be there, to see her come out of the house, be surprised, see the play structure, and the smile on her face was, once you see it, you're like, okay, this is something we want to be a part of. And that was kind of how we got introduced to Make-A-Wish Oregon, and really why we're here today.
Wow, and so you were there when Alicia got her wish. So how did that make you feel? I mean, you said you saw her like break into a smile. I mean, just as a human being, I'm sure it's like knowing what she had gone through, leukemia, you know?
Yeah, really, I mean, the whole family was there. She had her friends, she had the doctors, she had team members from Prime Lending were there, and to see her come out of the house, just to see the play structure, the slide, she was awestruck, really, and just the smile from cheek to cheek was there, and I think everybody was holding back tears as she walked out there, and I think we caught up earlier this morning, and she was telling us that she's still going down that slide. She still loves to swing. So yeah, it was definitely a special experience for all of us.
And you guys today at Prime Lending, you're helping our Wish-A-Thon. So tell me a little bit about the matching.
Yeah, once you see a wish granted, you just want that to happen over and over and over again. So we heard that they're doing a Wish-A-Thon, and we decided that we'd be the matching sponsor for the next couple hours, and we're going to donate up to $3,000 to match sponsors that come in. And that's really why we're here today.
Well, thank you so much. Yes. Really appreciate it. Again, matching up to $3,000. Wow, that was better than $2,000. Okay, so we're going over to Addison now. That is our next wish recipient that we're going to be talking to. I believe Rod will be joining us, or someone will be joining us. Is Rod in the studio? I don't know if he took another bathroom break. Okay, so let's go ahead and see Addison's story. She's 7 years old. Her wish was to go to the Kennedy Space Center.
She had always shown an interest in like being a doctor or something like that. And then she, out of the blue, said, I want to be an astronaut. We said, oh,
so we have 4 minutes left to figure out. She needs to figure out if it's okay.
I just want to see the rest of outer space.
Don't take mic off.
NASA is where some of your dreams come true. I love you.
Addie had started complaining of stomach aches.
My tummy was kind of too squishy, and it was kind of hurting really bad.
I was expecting for her to just have appendicitis. As a mother, you start to wonder, okay, there's something else going on.
Okay.
And I'll never forget the minute the doctors came in and closed the doors behind them. And they told us that it was a Wilms tumor, a mass on her kidney.
Okay.
It really did honestly just take my breath away.
Or is Rod doing Addison? I need to know.
I knew she was a strong kid, but I did not realize how strong Addison was until we went through treatments. It's just been quite the experience seeing her go through this, and she's just been so strong.
I'm gonna have to ask you all the questions again.
Are we acting like it didn't happen?
Well, no, I'll say, hey, we had some technical.
I do have stars and planets that light up when it's dark. Planets, asteroids. It makes me think about my grandma that died. She goes up to heaven.
And so that was her wish, to go to outer space, and I was like, okay, I don't think we can go to outer space, but we can see how close they can get to it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
What Make-A-Wish did is they gave us 2 days at the Kennedy Space Center.
NASA had set up a special tour. She got to see the Endeavour space shuttle. We got to have a one-on-one with an actual astronaut. And Addie loved being able to actually touch the control panels and be like, oh sweet, I could actually set off a rocket. Not really, but you know. I mean, that was an amazing thing to be able to just see her not hooked up to IVs, not in a hospital bed, to be able freely running around and learning about something that she was passionate about. We cannot get her to take off her spacesuit. Addie's doing awesome right now. 10 months going into remission almost. Just back to being a kid again.
We would have never been able to do something like this on our own. And so we would have never been able to get a break from all of the treatments and whatnot that we were having to do without support from Make-A-Wish and from the people that help out with Make-A-Wish. Her outtake on life has changed from it. I think that she sees that it really is good to help other people out when you can.
Thank you for making my wish come true.
Okay, so we had some microphone issues, and of course this is Facebook Live, so you get to see all the behind the scenes stuff here. You saw Matt Eckert before, but you couldn't hear him. He's with Prime Lending. He's back, and I think his mic issues are fixed now. Okay, so basically Prime Lending was a big part of Alicia's wish, and we just talked to her not too long ago. She had leukemia. She has been 1 year cancer-free. She wanted a playhouse with a spiral slide, and Prime Lending helped make that happen. What was that like? You were there, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. Once we heard her story and the fact that she just wanted a place to go play, right? And she'd been fighting her fight and was unable to really go to the park. At Prime Lending, we help people with their homes, right? So when we heard that her gift had to do with her home, we just thought it was a perfect fit. So we signed up. Make-A-Wish Oregon made it super easy for us. We showed up for the celebration. Her friends were there. Her family was there. The doctors were there. And the Prime Lending employees were there. And we basically just celebrated with her to see her come out and just huge smile on her face to see that play structure and have a chance to go down the little curly slide. It was perfect. It was perfect.
How did it make you feel when you saw her huge smile and her just light up when she saw that play structure?
Yeah, I think we had an idea what we were getting into, but you really don't know what it's like until you're physically there and you actually see the child come out. Alicia had this huge smile. I think everyone was holding back tears. And it was really a celebration, right? It was a celebration of everything she'd been through, and having that wish being granted was something we just loved being a part of.
Okay, and today you guys are playing another big role, at least here for KGW's Wish-A-Thon. Tell me a little bit about what Prime Lending has decided to do in terms of matching.
Sure, yeah. Once we've seen the wish granted, we just wanted to be a part more, right? And so we heard that they were doing a Wish-A-Thon, which was an opportunity for us to step up. We decided to be a matching sponsor, which means for the next couple hours, we're going to match up to $3,000 for any of the donations that come in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. And the thing is, with this matching up to $3,000, it just means more wishes granted for kids in our area. So we're talking about kids dealing with critical illnesses in Oregon, Southwest Washington, local kids. So please continue to donate. Matt, thank you so much for Prime Lending and helping in the ways that you guys can. Thank you for joining us so early this morning. And remember, you can help donate as well. Our goal, $35,000. We're talking about kgw.com/wish. That is the website you can go to find all the information on how to donate and also information on some of these stories. Right now, we are up to $1,250 so far. And that's pretty amazing considering we started this Facebook Live broadcast a little less than a half hour ago. So please continue to go to kgw.com/wish. You can also call the number 1-800-934-WISH. That's 1-800-934-WISH 9474. Or if you'd like, you can also really easily click the donate button. That should be at the bottom of your Facebook Live screen. And that is another way that you can help make wishes come true. These are life-changing wishes that we're talking about for local kids. Okay, so now we're back out here on the Wish-A-Thon couch. Thank you for joining me. We're talking to Addison. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you have a couple dollars in your hand. And you're wearing a NASA shirt. That is so cool. And Mom, right? Mom, Christy. So tell me a little bit about, whether it's you or Addie, tell me a little bit about going to the Kennedy Space Center.
I got to see two astronauts. One was Bruce Milnick and the other one,
James Riley. Wow. How did it make you feel to get to be in there?
It made me feel happy to get to be with you.
Okay. Yeah, and
What was the one that I was able to do watch?
Oh, the Endeavor. You're able to see the Endeavor.
whoa.
Yeah,
That is so cool. And Christy, tell me a little bit about Addie's journey up until that point.
Well, we'd actually gone in, we thought she had appendicitis. And we went in and the ER had done a lot of testing. We were there all night and they sent us straight to Dornbecker's because they said she had a Wilms tumor, which is just a kidney, or a tumor on your kidney. And they said she was at stage 4. It was pretty serious. And so we went through that. She was amazing through the whole thing. She just had a grace about her, and I think she was a real testimony just through it, just through the surgeries she had to have, and radiation and treatments, and it was hard to go through, but amazing to see like her just grow up and just her become really a young lady through that.
Wow, and so now cancer-free?
Cancer-free, yes, we are in remission. Let's see, almost 3 years now, yes.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting.
She had her last treatment on her sister's birthday, actually, when we had her sister. So, yeah, it's kind of easier to remember that way. We realize how old Lexi is, and that's how long she's been in remission.
And Make-A-Wish, I mean, this is a pretty amazing organization. You guys would know because, Addie, you're a Wish recipient. What does Make-A-Wish mean to you guys? I mean, having gone through this whole process.
Do you want to answer that, Ads? Just, it's hope. It kind of just gave us a break from just what we were going through and stuff, and just was able to give you hope.
Yeah, how did it make you feel that you got your wish granted?
It kind of made me feel a little happy inside, and that I was able to have my own wish come true, and that I just hope that we all can have our own wishes come true.
Yeah, and was it, I'm sure it was really hard going through some of the radiation and all the medical stuff. Was that pretty scary?
It was kind of scary, but I tried my best and really liked it.
Yeah, and especially with Make-A-Wish, then you were able to go to the Kennedy Space Center, learn all sorts of stuff, meet astronauts, see the Endeavor. So cool.
It was very cool. Yes, we had our little brother on the trip too, so he was able to experience some of that with you, so they're able to talk about it and have good memories. She has a shadow box up in her room with kind of key things, so she can always remember that, huh?
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on and waking up so early
Yes.
with us this morning. And high five on being cancer-free. Nice job. And that NASA shirt, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Thank you so much. And, you know, if you want to help kids like Addie make sure their wishes come true, you can donate on our website, kgw.com/wish. Our goal is $35,000, and that is for Make-A-Wish, which they're in their 35th year. Right now, our total is just about over $1,300, so $1,350. Please continue to go to our website, kgw.com/wish. You can also use our KGW News app, or if you're watching this on Facebook Live, there should be a little button at the bottom of your screen that will allow you to donate. So please click on it. Make sure that these kids that are dealing with critical illnesses get their wish granted, because it can be a life-changing thing that can bring huge smiles to their faces, to their families' faces. In addition to our website, kgw.com/wish, you can also call 1-800-934-WISH, 1-800-934-WISH, to do it the old school way, the telethon way, to donate that way. Okay, next we're going to meet a young man named Trey, 18 years old. Needed a liver transplant. His wish was to one day sign a contract with the Chicago Bulls.
Today, we'd like to announce the newest member of the Chicago Bulls organization. It's Trey Flowers from Portland, Oregon. Very welcome.
Coaching me with shooting. We got a couple shots up on the right-hand court, which was so cool. When he called me over, even though I was the only one on the bench, I'd had to point to myself, make sure he was talking to me, and just seeing everybody saying, "Oh yeah, come over here." That was weird. That was just so cool. And then we got in the huddle, and then everybody just gave me high fives.
I'm about to go work out, so I'll be back. See you tonight. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Oh my God. It means a lot to me. I'm super thankful for not only being here today, but the people that allowed me to be here today, like Make-A-Wish and my donors.
You're an inspiration. You're an inspiration to a lot of people, including everybody on this team and everybody in this organization. We appreciate you coming very much.
Such a cool story. Trey is such a cool young man, isn't he? Getting to sign with the Chicago Bulls. Now he's in college, though, and he sent us a video update. So take a look.
My name is Trey Flowers. I'm currently at Holy Names University in Oakland, California. My major is international relations. I hope to minor in graphic design, because hopefully after I'm done here, I want to work at Nike for their basketball design team, with jerseys and shoes and stuff like that. So, kind of my goal. But kind of where it all started, my story all kind of started was 2016 with when I came off of my liver transplant, and Make-A-Wish approached me asking what I wanted to do, and I said I wanted to be a Chicago Bull for a day. So they flew me out, and I lived the entire experience for 3 days in Chicago back in December of 2017, I want to say. First day consisted of me being there, just kind of reeling everything in and just embracing Chicago, which is a lot. And then the second day was the actual game day, where I was able to go to the facility, practice with the team, meet everybody, have my own press conference, and actually go to the game and be on courtside, which was amazing. Make-A-Wish hooked it up. I got my own jersey and everything. Which I'm never wearing after the fact, because it's just too special to me. But anyways, so Make-A-Wish changed my life with that. They made one of the best weekends of my life. And then after, I got to go to I got another day there, which I got to spend at this Michael Jordan store called 32 South State, which for a person like me, because I consider myself a big, huge Michael Jordan fan and a big sneakerhead, and I love playing basketball, so this place had it all. So this was my heaven to me. But after my trip, me and my mom, we went to this Make-A-Wish, it's Make-A-Wish ball, where I was explaining my story to people and mingling. And one of the people that was there was Nike, and I got to meet one of a close friend of mine, Cyrus Coleman, who works at Nike on their basketball design team. Who he's designed a bunch of jerseys and stuff, and that's how I got my own aspiration, because I seeing what he does and what he loves to do. It just looked like a fun job to have, and I'd love to do something like that. And he took me in on my birthday, December 7th, to go and make my own jersey. And I'm talking one-of-one jersey, and show me around Nike and the campus, the basketball. He just showed me everything, which blew my mind. But yeah, Make-A-Wish means so much to me. It does so much good for kids just like me. Now I'm a college student, living my whole life, and I'm feel great. So far, health-wise, everything looks good. Feeling good. I'm playing basketball. Everything's pretty great. I can't thank everyone there enough because Make-A-Wish Oregon is really the best. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
And that is why we want to raise as much money as possible for Make-A-Wish. Our goal is $35,000. You can help us help grant wishes by going to our website, kgw.com/wish. You can also click below. There should be a little button on this Facebook Live. That's also where you can donate, or you could do it the old school way by calling in on the telephone. That's 1-800-934-WISH, 1-800-934-9474. And again, our website, kgw.com/wish. Right now, we're up to $1,380 donated. That is amazing because we started this Wish-A-Thon about half an hour ago. So please continue to make sure that you play a role in granting life-changing wishes for kids in our area, in Oregon and Southwest Washington, who are dealing with critical illnesses. Your donations make a huge difference. And now we want to show you the faces of the 2018 Wish ambassadors. They're kids that are resilient, they're strong, they're courageous, and they want to wish it forward.
This is my silly face.
This is my silly face.
Silly. That made me really dizzy.
This is my silly face. Just my regular face.
My face when I get pizza. My happy face. This is my mad face.
This is my face when I see mayonnaise.
It's bedtime.
That's your face with the very yawning.
Yeah, this is like I'm yawning and stretching. I don't know. When I hear we get to go get tacos.
This is my face
When I have to go to the doctor. No, I don't want to. It's a surprising face because sometimes they don't know that I have to go to the doctor.
when I get a shot.
It just hurts when it goes. No, it just hurts when it goes in right here. Like, I'm gonna make my scared face. And I put my arms like this. No, ugly, like this.
This is my face when I found out my wish came true.
I was this excited. Yeah!
This is the face of me, Liam.
It's me. So me with Damon. Men's. Chloe. Hiya! It's me, Captain Todd.
This is the face of me, Brenna, a wish kid living in Oregon.
Kids like us are waiting for their wish to come true. This is my waiting face. The hero!
Help transform lives today.
Thank you!
Those Wish kids are so cute. I loved all their faces. Okay, so we've also talked about how doctors have said that these wishes are kind of a medicine in and of themselves. These wishes, when they're granted, can help kids be more confident. If they're feeling low, they can get a boost of joy, and it can really help them increase their chances for survival. So we decided to head over to OHSU and talk to some doctors about how these wishes make a difference.
You know, in our life these days, it's sort of hard to bring joy and fun, and pure joy and fun. And it feels as though in the middle of chaos and sadness, there's this pure joy and fun that Make-A-Wish gets to give a family, and it's extraordinary.
I think it's like funny when you like you know, if there's somebody admitted to the inpatient unit and like they've just chosen their wish, it like spreads through the. Did you hear what their wish was?
Oh.
Did you hear it? And I was like, oh my gosh, did you hear their wish? It's awesome.
I have a patient who just came back. She went on her Make-A-Wish in June, and she has a brain tumor and she has a lot of balance issues, and so walking is really challenging. But her wish, she wanted to swim with the dolphins, and they took this video of these dolphins. There were 2 dolphins, and they literally lifted her up by her feet, and so she was like propelled in front of them awesome. Across this pool. It was awesome. And like
she's like the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. And like the joy she had from this experience, you know, for somebody who it's hard to navigate through life physically, I think was super empowering.
Maybe that's part of why Make-A-Wish seems so important to us and our families and our patients, because it gives a goal. And it isn't a goal of finish therapy or it's taken away from them. Obviously their biggest goal is to be cured, but they may not even be able to process that. So to have the concrete goal of getting to Hawaii or Disneyland.
Remember there's a kid that we had known that he had this Make-A-Wish coming up, but given how quickly he had changed from a medical perspective, we were concerned that that he wouldn't make it to his Make-A-Wish. The fact that Make-A-Wish was able to move it up so quickly and was able to like make it as seamless as it was for him to just get everything he needed and get on the plane and just like get out. Like as far away from Oregon and doctors and everything as possible, I think was really helpful.
Well, the emotion is totally tied to, I mean, you can't really separate out emotion and physical from healing.
I think if you ever have the opportunity just to see the face of a child who has either just decided on what their Make-A-Wish is going to be or has just gotten back, there are like no words and nothing better than just seeing, like Linda said, that pure joy of this is the one good thing, and nobody does it better than Make-A-Wish.
It's probably one of in the work that we do, it's probably the best thing that we have.
The wishes, the number of wishes and the extent of the wish, we take it very seriously as really a very important part of their treatment and their therapy. You know, I'm not going to say that it can cure cancer, but boy, it can make the journey better.
And already $1,410 donated. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated so far to the KGW Wish-A-Thon for Make-A-Wish. You can help in any way that you can by going to kgw.com/wish. That's where you can find information on some of the stories that we've brought you this morning on our Facebook Live feed. Our goal is $35,000. That is for Make-A-Wish. That's in its 35th anniversary, its 35th year. So kgw.com/wish, that's where you can donate. You can also click on the little donate button that should be at the bottom of your screen if you're tuning in on Facebook Live. The third option, of course, you can always do the telephone call. That's 1-800-934-WISH. 1-800-934-WISH. That's 9474. And I can tell you, Addie, she's the 7-year-old who was on here a little earlier. She had her wish granted to go to the Kennedy Space Center. She even gave us a donation for Make-A-Wish, and she said that having her wish granted was amazing. It got her going up, you know, huge smile on her face, gave her joy. And Sean Hathaway, by the way, if you're wondering who this is, good morning. Mattress World Northwest, you are the title sponsor. You have partnered with Make-A-Wish this year. Tell me why you've decided, okay, we're going to do this.
Well, it's our 2nd year and we love this organization. Mattress World Northwest family loves helping kids, and these kids have critical illnesses and we want to do anything we can to help out.
And so I assume you've been there for, or at least seen, when a kid gets their wish granted, whether that's through a story or, you know, some people have seen it with their own eyes, which that's amazing when you get to see that. How does it make you feel just inside as a human being, knowing that you're involved in helping grant a wish for a kid who's dealing with so much in their lives?
Well, you can only feel awesome. And I've never seen a wish in person, but you go to their website, you can read through the stories, you can see the videos. When a kid gets his wish granted, it's transforming, so it's really hard to not cry when you're watching what you might think is a silly little video, but it's amazing, and you can see in the kids' faces, the family in their faces, that this is an awesome experience for all of them.
Yeah, and it's good to mention also that these are local kids. So when you go online to kgw.com/wish to donate, or if you click that little button on the Facebook Live feed, the money that we're raising today goes to grant wishes for kids right here in Oregon, for kids in Southwest Washington. So the money stays local to help kids and their families get that boost that so many doctors say really helps them increase their chances for survival. And Mattress World Northwest, you guys are doing something big. From what I understand, there's a little bit of a surprise.
Well, we'd like to donate $3,000.
Oh!
Yeah, high five.
Yes,
All right.
that's so awesome.
Yeah.
$3,000.
And we'd like to challenge anybody who's got a business out there in Oregon. It's Make-A-Wish Oregon to donate $3,000 or make our donation look silly. You know, donate way more.
Okay.
Go for
it. Totally. Donate way more. And I think we have some pictures of you and your child, right? Okay. Let's see here. Oh,
yeah.
I guess, and tell me a little
my
bit.
wife.
And your wife, exactly. And tell me a little bit about your little guy.
So Ross, he's 16 now. That's him when he was super young and cute, but he's going to Lincoln High School now, but he's got a genetic disease, cystic fibrosis. And it's kind of a challenge for the whole family, and especially for him. He's got a tough day every single day, and we're very proud of him. But he, being hooked up with Make-A-Wish as a sponsor, they prodded us, and I kind of talked to Ross, and now he has asked for a wish. And so this year they're going to work on granting him a wish.
Wow, what's his wish?
He wants to meet Post Malone and visit YouTube sensation Vape Nation.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to have to keep tabs on his wish and when that's going to get fulfilled.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean, thank you so much. We are actually, I'm sure that you might be excited about this one. You're going to be perspiring potentially a little bit because we have some bikes that we introduced a little bit earlier in our Facebook Live broadcast. We have bikes donated by Nautilus Cares. Every mile you ride means $100 donated from the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. So we're going to let you get changed, and you're going to have to ride, okay? Are you up for it?
I'm excited about that,
You're
yes.
up for it.
I missed my exercise today.
Okay,
Let's go.
awesome. Okay, sounds good. So while you get changed, we're going to tell you how you can donate, how you can make sure you make a difference in so many kids' lives, both here in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Please go to our website, kgw.com/wish. That is where you can donate, and that is where you can catch up on some of the stories that you've seen here on our Facebook Live feed. I just got an update. We are up at $4,410 during our KGW Wish-A-Thon this morning. Such a good deal, especially because we started less than an hour ago. Keep those donations coming in. Again, $4,410. Visit our website, kgw.com/wish. You can also go to our KGW News app. That's another way you can donate. Or if you're watching this Facebook Live, there should be a bit of a donate button on the bottom of your screen. Click that button. You can make a difference in a child's life right now. Our goal is $35,000. If you want to do it the old school way, go ahead. Pick up a phone. The number is 1-800-934-WISH. That's 1-800-934-WISH. That's 9474. All morning long, all week long, you can help wishes come true. These are life-changing wishes that help increase a child's chances of survival when they're dealing with critical illnesses. Make-A-Wish has been granting wishes since 1983. That's more than 4,000 wishes. Take a look at their story.
I don't think there was any way that any of us could vision how this was going to spread, how this was going to just take off in all directions. It's not just United States, it's worldwide.
It was a culmination of a whole lot of different people's ideas coming together. And it came together amazingly well.
I don't know what the impact was, but I have an idea. There's a few thousand people who over 35 years have impacted millions. Millions.
In 1972, I gave birth to Christopher. He was 4 pounds, 7 ounces. The nurse brought him to me and said, "Don't get attached, he won't live." And I said, "Yes, he will." I knew he would never grow up. I knew that just by holding him, looking at him. So I made every day count. Chris was my little buddy. He really was. We were planning on coming back to Phoenix for a visit, and along in mid-Texas, I noticed Chris he wasn't himself. Something is just not right. We took him right in. The doctor did a little pinprick on Chris and came back a short time later and said he has leukemia. The poor doctor just looked at me and looked at my brother and my mother and wrote down an address, St. Joseph's Hospital, and said, "Go there, they're waiting for you." I made a vow that night to even be, they say, a better mother, to even have more fun with him. We just kind of went from there. We really did, day by day, week by week, whatever we needed to do. Community college class, I'd met a lady by the name of Kay Austin. Her husband happened to be a U.S. Customs agent, which I didn't know. And she says, "You know what? Come on over to my house. We'll study together. Maybe I can help."
As we got into our studying, the front door opened and there was Tommy. And Chris jumped up with more energy than he had had the whole time he had been there. And I think he told Tommy "You're under arrest," or "freeze," or something.
Turned over and he said, "Freeze." I'm a police officer, so I froze. He got off the couch and he carefully searched my front pockets, and he was satisfied I was clean. He holstered his weapon. He stuck out his hand and he said, "Hi, I'm Chris." And from that moment on, we were buds. We were best friends. We were pals.
We absolutely loved having them be a part of our family. And Tommy began to talk to Lynn at that time about doing something special for Chris.
Ron Cox and Mike Stevens from DPS and I were together.
Tommy started telling all of us the story about Chris. So there was a lot of tears shed that night. And Tommy said that, well, some of you guys, any of you offered to help out when the time comes. I said, "You bet, I will."
In mid-April, Chris had gone out of remission, and it was coming very close to the end. And I made a phone call, but to Tom Austin. And I said, "Tom, if there's any way possible to make that promise come true, now is the time." Tom got on the phone to Ronnie Cox, said, "Ronnie, it's time."
I said, "Hey, do you think we can give this guy, this young man, a show and tell around the helicopter?" And his answer was, "Oh no, we'll give him a ride in it."
I called Chris on Friday, and hello, very weak drawings, very weak. I said, "Chris, how would you like to have a ride on a real police helicopter Monday morning?" Instantaneous, that voice changed. "Oh, Tom, you're joking, you're joking."
Well, somebody notified the news people, so they're going to be filming. I thought, you know, this is starting to get a little over my head, and I think our director may want to hear this before he sees it on the news. So I called Alan Schmidt, and I said, "Alan, here's what I've done."
And I said, "Yeah, we can do that, and we'll tour him around and all that."
And Ron says, "I was introduced to this little boy named Chris, 7 years old, and we're going to do something special for Chris today. And I would like you to be standing by with your motorcycle
6 o'clock Monday morning, the phone rang. Hello? Hi, Tom, this is Chris. You hadn't forgotten, have you? I said, no, I hadn't forgotten. Well, I went over there about 20 minutes till 8, and he was already out in the driveway. And I wish you could have seen the look on his face when I drove up. He knew it was real. A smile from ear to ear.
I got there and set up the motorcycle at our headquarters building just as the helicopter was coming in.
He was given a ride in a real Ranger helicopter. They landed at the Department of Public Safety. And there we went over to Colonel Schaefer's office.
He walks around, high fives everybody, introduces himself.
We stood him up on my desk, and I swore him in, handed him that certificate, and pinned the badge on his coat.
It was wonderful. Chris was such a proud little boy. I mean, to him, with that badge, hat, everything, he was a policeman. He really was. This was something that I was totally helpless to do, but Tom had pulled it off with the help of Ronnie and help of all of the DPS officers. On May 2nd, he said, Mommy, I'm not feeling real good. On May 3rd, he passed away, just that quick. There was a unity born with these officers and what they did.
We had lost a fellow officer, we meaning Arizona Highway Patrol. I was called into the commander's office, and he said, we have learned that Chris is going to be buried in a little town called Kewanee, Illinois. He said, I would like you and another motorcycle officer to go back and give Chris a full police funeral.
When Scott and Frank came back from the burial and the memorial for Chris in Illinois, we were talking and I was asking Frank and Scott, how did this come about? How did it all go? And we were just chatting and they were telling me how it went. And we all said basically at the same time, there's more children out there. Why don't we go find them?
I love the idea of it, and I love what it brought those families.
I've often said it was just a snowball effect, and a snowball rolling down here, hill, it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Make-A-Wish is not mine or anybody else's. Make-A-Wish is a thing. I truly believe in the power that made this happen.
I think there are a lot of people that can't even imagine how small it was and how little money there was.
So to sit here and say, happy birthday, Make-A-Wish, you are now 35 years old, tells me that the original founders and the original board members and all those long nights, it was all worth it.
We happened to hit on the most universal emotion there is. It's totally universal. There's no language boundaries, no country boundaries, no philosophy, no attitude, no political boundaries. It's universal. The people who are there today, 35 years later, carry that torch, same rules, same, all kinds of same things that we set up when we sat down and said, how are we going to do this thing?
Oh, and Make-A-Wish, such an amazing organization. Oh, you can see we're right in front of the green screen. Hi. I know, behind the scenes, Drew and Nina.
Little dog too.
I know, Drew and Nina on the bikes. Now, these were donated by Nautilus Cares. And I mean, how this works, guys, and you might want to listen closely, for every mile you ride, that is $100 donated to Make-A-Wish. Yes, continue to ride by the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. And how are you feeling so far, Drew? It looks like you kind of increased the pace there.
I thought it'd be fun to have a burst of speed there, and then I realized it hurts. It hurts to do a burst.
Nina, are you down for this?
I am down. Drew and I are going to try and get this is a max of 30 miles an hour. And we're having a hard time getting it over 15. But hey, you know, it's for a good cause, so we'll be sweating.
You guys are going to have a nice ride. Look at where you guys are. You guys are like in a beautiful park. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? Where else could we go on this wonderful day? I wonder out loud to myself.
Well, you know, Rod and Brenda, they were in Venice, so they got a little bit of a vacation.
You got Venice?
Yeah.
Who was on which bike, do you know?
Brenda was on this one, Rod was on this one.
Brenda rode farther.
Yes, this bike had more this bike had more miles on it than that one did when Nina and I sat down.
Oh, well, Rod did have to take a bathroom break. I mean, he took a break for a second, so maybe.
As long as we're talking wishes today, I wish we never talk about Rod's bathroom experiences for the rest of the day.
Okay, we're gonna let you ride for 15 minutes, so let's set your timers. Guys,
wait a minute. I've been riding already, Christine.
Too bad.
Set it.
Too bad, guys. Set it
All
for
right.
15. It's gonna ding at 15 minutes. And Drew, just because, you know, I love you so much, I think
she's dialing it
I'm
up.
dialing. Can you feel it?
Torturous you are.
It'd be a burn.
Yeah, keep it burning, because for every mile, like I said, $100 donated to Make-A-Wish, and you can continue to help us make wishes come true. These are life-changing wishes for kids in our area. So kids dealing with critical illnesses here in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Drew, dialing it back down. I'm not gonna judge you. It's okay. Just keep on writing. That's all. We're going to check back in with you in about 15 minutes.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Keep donating, though. The more you donate, the more wishes come true. Right now, $4,410 donated, and that's really good because we just started about an hour ago. So please continue to donate. KGW.com/wish. You can also call 1-800-934-WISH if you want to do it the old school telethon way. 1-800-934-WISH. That's 9474. $410 donated right there, and that's our really Facebook Live feed. We just started about an if you're watching this via Facebook Live, you should be able to click the little donate button at the bottom of your screen. And right now, we want to check in with Kaysen. He's a Wish kid, wanted to meet a real-life Wolverine. We're not talking about the hero, the comic Wolverine. We're talking about the animal. He went to Alaska to do it, so we're going with him on his trip.
I'm the dangerous kind of guy around here.
Kaysen's our little medical mystery. He's always had a cough to him that we never quite understood what was going on. Since about a year and a half, he hasn't grown quite like he should. He shows signs of connective tissue disease. He's double jointed everywhere. And the lung disease that he has, it's an injury-based illness, but there's nothing in his history to explain why he would have it. So after what they thought maybe was asthma and then uncontrolled asthma, he went through a lung biopsy, several cystic fibrosis tests. The lung biopsy was pretty traumatic on him and us. So a lot of times Kaysen and I get a lot of one-on-one time that maybe we don't get so much with the other kids because we're going to the doctors, we're going to genetic specialists, we're going to pulmonologists, we're going to cardiologists. And sometimes the kids don't quite understand that. Well, why did Kaysen get to go out to lunch today? Well, you know, Kaysen had another blood test today, or Kaysen had an x-ray, or Kaysen had a CT scan. That part is a little hard for them to understand just because they really don't understand that he's going through something that they're not going through. So the first time we heard about Make-A-Wish, Kaysen's pulmonologist had actually told us, I believe it was in October.
My Make-A-Wish was to go to Haines, Alaska and see the Wolverines. Wolverines are small and they're strong. And
I just feel related to them because they're tiny and tough. And they're a glutton.
When Kaysen said he wanted to go to Alaska to see wolverines, we had no idea that he was so interested in wolverines. We didn't know that he could write an encyclopedia about wolverines. He has watched Wolverine chasing the Phantom 10, 15 times at least. He has that documentary memorized, and so he knew exactly. He knew Banff and Jasper, the Wolverines' names already. He knows everything about them. He knows how much they weigh. He knows what their markings look like. So it was, he knew what he wanted.
The best part of my trip was the wolverine. The one that had a bigger dot and all the smaller dots was Banff. And then the one with just small dots was Jasper. Actually rolled the rocks and they sniffed it and they knew everything about me. We went fishing. I wanted to go on a glacier. There were two more things, the dog sledding, which was on the glacier, and the whale watching.
The thing that tugged at our heartstrings the most was watching Kaysen interact with that wolverine. Never in a million years would I thought my 9-year-old son be face to face with this animal that he absolutely adores, that we're terrified of, and have so much joy in his heart that he can interact with it. Never could we afforded something like this. Medical bills are one thing, prescriptions cost quite a bit. This Swiss trip, overall I think it brought our family closer. We got to spend more time together than we've had in a long time. To be relaxed on a trip was wonderful. So everywhere we went, there was magic every corner. The other thing that's been really neat is that when people see Kaysen's story, they, it gives awareness that there's kids struggling out there, and that you can make a difference in their world. We always talk about how Kaysen's illness, it's not in vain. In Kaysen, that little guy, he fights really hard, but he has a chance as a 9-year-old, little tiny 9-year-old, to inspire, and Make-A-Wish has helped him do that.
You can help kids like Kaysen make their wishes come true. What a difference it makes in their lives. Please donate. You can go to our website, kgw.com. Be a part of an amazing opportunity to change lives, to bring joy to kids dealing with critical illnesses. Our goal is $35,000 that will go to Make-A-Wish, now in its 35th year. Again, kgw.com/wish. That is the website. So far, $4,410 donated. Thank you so much to everyone who has clicked either on the Facebook Live donate button, or if you've gone to our website to donate, or if you've used our app. Thank you for helping grant wishes to kids who just need a boost of joy. Right now we're checking in, I think, is that Central Park? Not really sure, but it looks like Drew and Nina still need, there they are. Drew, Nina, how you feeling? Feeling okay? Thumbs up? Okay, so how this works is for every mile they ride, $100 will be donated generously by the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. Again, continue to donate. They will continue to ride. They'll continue to break a sweat. While they do that, go to kgw.com/wish. Click on the donate button on our Facebook Live feed or call 1-800-934-WISH. That's 9474. 1-800-934-WISH. Make a child's wish come true. You can be a part of that. Back out here on the couch, our Wish-A-Thon couch, Layla Cook is joining me now. Hi. Good morning, Layla.
Hi there. Thank you so much for having us.
Totally. CEO of Make-A-Wish. No one knows better how these wishes really make a difference. You were there. I mean, we just saw Kaysen's story. He met a real-life Wolverine in Alaska. What was that like for you?
Well, I wasn't at the Wish, but
Oh,
I
okay.
was there
The
when we
grantor.
interviewed him and asked him what he wanted his wish to be. And my favorite answer came because he thinks the Wolverine is his spirit animal. It's tiny and tough, and he's such a cool kid. But I was really, truly worried that the Wolverine was going to eat his finger off all day long.
Oh, no.
I kept on texting his mom, is he okay? Does he have his fingers? He got really close to a real Wolverine, which was really cool.
That is amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen, I mean, whether through videos or in real life, wishes get granted. We've heard from doctors how much this means to kids and their recovery, how much of a boost it can give them. How do you feel when you see these kids get their wishes granted?
I'm going to say two things that are the most moving to me because I feel like it is such an important thing that we are able to do for kids who are going through a really tough time in their life. One of which is they feel this whole army behind them. All the people who are donating today, all the people who are helping to put together this amazing day, the kids feel this army behind them, cheering them on and helping them to get better. And it's really healing to have joy. It's really healing to have an army behind you. And the most amazing thing I would say is that Kaysen's mom actually said he's got such a rare disease it's really hard to describe. So he was kind of defined by his illness. And then after his wish, it helped a new definition of who he was. And that is such an amazing thing to be a part of who someone is in the world.
Yeah, and so it really is changing lives.
It really is changing lives.
And it's amazing. I mean, you guys have been in operation granting wishes since 1983. That is more than 4,000 wishes. And I think it's important to note that when everyone donates today, whether you go to our website, kgw.com/wish, whether you click on that little Facebook Live donate button, or if you want to call that 1-800-934-WISH number, that money goes toward local kids. We're talking about kids dealing with critical illnesses here in Oregon, in Southwest Washington, going through such a tough time in their lives.
It's really true. All of our kids are local. All of our money stays local. We get no fee for service. We get no government support. All the money comes from generous donations. And we are serving children right here in our local communities with volunteers right here in our local communities.
Yeah, countless, I'm
Yes.
sure, volunteers
Yes.
that make sure these wishes come true. And you guys have had a pretty gangbusters year when it comes to fulfilling wishes.
We had a record-breaking year. It never gets old to say. We granted the most wishes ever in Oregon and Southwest Washington. This year we granted 260 local wishes to kiddos, and almost all of them were these over-the-top, incredible, life-changing wishes. There's a great
Whoa.
map to show where the kiddos lived and how many wishes we're able to grant by county. And so I want to make sure everyone knows that we're serving the entire state. And gosh, it's hard in the southeast part of the state to get volunteers. And for those, but those kiddos truly have to drive hours for treatment. And so being able to do something over the top magical for them is such an amazing gift.
Yeah, and I know, I mean, as a reporter, I've done so many stories talking to parents, talking to kids that are dealing with critical illnesses. And you're right, they have to, some of these, you know, families need to drive hours. They have to relocate. They have so many stresses in their lives that just a moment of, you know, joy can make all the difference, I think. And that support system that you were talking about, having that army of people, whether it's you at home watching on your cell phone or tablet or computer, knowing that you donated. I mean, you're part of this supportive army that helps these kids get through another day, I think.
It's really true. And we have seen countless times where a kid is on a trajectory to not get better, quite frankly. And then they have their wish and they can think bigger than the hospital. They can think outside of their illness and they actually get better. We don't have concrete medical proof yet, but we're working on it. But what I will say is that when I know in my heart after 15 years of working here, when kids feel better, they sometimes get better. And having all of these people rally and wrap around them and be a part of the solution and a part of the healing is really an amazing gift. And for some of these kids, a turning point in their illness journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned, you know, sometimes it's hard to get, you know, kids from Southeast Oregon and stuff like that. And we had somebody on our Facebook Live feed ask, you know, how can I nominate a child to get my wish granted? Do you just go to the website?
Great question. Our website is oregon.wish.org, which you're surely linked to from kgw.com if that is too much to remember. And we just have a Refer a Child button right on the front. And we welcome referrals. We say we would rather have 10 referrals for one kid than miss one kid. We work with the doctors to make sure that kid qualifies and that we haven't granted another wish to them. Those are kind of our two, they have a medical qualification and they haven't been granted another wish and they're age appropriate. So 2.5 to 18 years old. And the medical qualifications are determined by doctors. We have a whole team of doctors at our national office who help decide what qualifies for a wish and what doesn't. So if you're questioning it, if you think you might know a kid or there's a kid in your church or your neighborhood or at your kid's school, refer them and we will do the rest.
And typically when these kids are referred or they apply, do they need to draw like their wish?
Great question. It depends on the kid. Not
Okay.
everyone loves to draw. So we send 2 volunteers to go and meet with them and say, you could wish for anything in the world, what would that be? And some kids know right away. And they have it already in their head. They have, you know, already the picture in their head and or the drawing and or cut out some articles. A lot of these kids spend a lot of time together in the hospital. So they've been talking about it already and they know what somebody else did for their wish. And so they, those kids know right away. Other kids, we have to kind of tease it out a little bit. Kason was a great example of, well, he didn't think you could meet a Wolverine, so we talked about a few different options at his wish visit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know if you hear that or not, but the little ringer went off. That's because Drew and Nina have been bike riding for 15 minutes. For every mile they've ridden, it's $100 donation from the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. Layla, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so thrilled to you and to all of your viewers and to the station.
Again,
thank you.
You can be a part of this amazing journey for a Wish Kid. Layla, thank you again. This entire week is Wish Week here at KGW. I'm going to head over to check in on Nina and Drew as they ride. And it looks like they may have perspired a little bit. How are you guys feeling?
You know, yeah, we're wiping the sweat off. My fake eyelashes, the glue is getting loose from the sweat. We have Beyonce wind coming at us.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it.
We've been in a little competition over here.
Okay. What do you got? Okay, what do you got? And I don't know if you kept track of how many miles were already on the bike and how many miles you rode.
I rode 5 miles.
You rode 5. Okay, so that's $500. That's awesome.
I didn't do the math. You remember where I started? I was 6. So if that's right, but I don't know if it is, I rode 6.4. Including the last minute that I kept pedaling.
Oh, well, hey, nice job. 6.4.
Thank you.
Yeah. You were going really fast in the beginning there.
I didn't break a sweat, but I think I may have broke my backside and or my kneecaps. They all hurt right
Either way, you're like, everything hurts right now. Okay. Well, I mean, you guys have been going at it, and you were going really fast. And did you go down?
I did.
You dialed it down? Because I dialed it all the way up. Just for Drew.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think either of us hit the 30-mile-an-hour mark. We tried.
Close, not even close. Yeah, we didn't break 15, I don't think.
One more roll?
Okay.
On your marks?
On your marks, get set, and go. Continue, guys. We want to continue to raise money. Okay, okay. Lots of sound effects here. Excuse Drew. Right now, we're at $5,010. Thank you so much for everyone who has donated this morning. We're talking about, oh, it hurts. It hurts. Okay, I'll leave you guys to hang out and chill out a little bit after you've worked so hard. Again, kgw.com/wish. That is the website you can go to in order to donate. Our goal is $35,000 to go toward Make-A-Wish in its 35th year. So kgw.com/wish. You can also donate on our KGW News app, or if you're watching this via Facebook Live, there should be a little donate button at the bottom of your screen, and that is another way that you guys can donate to. Or hey, old school way, 1-800-934-WISH, 9474, 1-800-934-WISH. You can be involved in helping grant a child dealing with a critical illness a wish that will brighten their day, something that will instill a little bit of joy into something that they're dealing with that's so hard that no child should really have to deal with. Okay, so back to the couch that's really, really full now. You are all students from Beaverton High, right? Yeah. Okay, and I don't know, you have one mic, but if you can go down the row, let's hear your names. Who are you?
I'm Lauren.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Savannah. I'm Hannah.
I'm Shane.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about Beaverton High and how you guys are involved in Make-A-Wish, and whoever wants to do it.
Well, we're all in the same marketing classes together, and as students, we get to help run Jam the Dam, which is our giant basketball game where we partner with Make-A-Wish and we raise money for them and help grant wishes, which we've been doing for 16 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay, and how much money have you guys raised?
$220,000.
$220,000?
We've granted 43 wishes together as a school.
Whoa, that is amazing. Have any of you guys seen, any of the wishes actually get granted?
Yeah, so last year we donated 2 wishes. One of them wanted to meet the Seattle Seahawks, and then the other one wanted to go to the Hawaii resort, or the Disney resort in Hawaii. So we got plaques in our classroom, and we got to see their whole story and some of the other stories of kids that we've donated to. So we've done that. We've seen that. So
Wow. And I mean, whoever wants to answer, you're like, oh, it'll be me. How does it make you feel when you see these wishes granted? And I mean, you just see the happiness I can't even imagine.
It gives me a sense of hope actually for the children that are actually having the wishes granted. It allows them to feel joy in their lives when there's such a horrifying thing that they can't really want to think about. And when they actually go and do something that these people have worked so hard for them to do, they have a sense of actual joy, and they want to push through it, and they want to make it through this horrifying time in their life, and it gives them the drive to actually do it. And when they have the wish granted and have the happiness seen on their faces, it's just, I don't know, it's undescribable on how it makes us feel, but seeing the joy on their faces just makes me so happy.
Yeah, and I mean, how can other people help? I mean, obviously you guys have been involved with Make-A-Wish for 16 years now. If the community wants to come together and somehow help Beaverton High students make wishes come true, what does the community need to know?
The community needs to know that the Jam the Dam, our community fundraiser, is open to the public. And our Week of Wishes event happens from February 4th through the 8th, and our varsity basketball games is a doubleheader versus Aloha this year. And it's at 7:30 for the varsity boys games and around 5 o'clock for the girls varsity games if you want to come watch those games.
Okay, awesome. And anything else you guys want to add if you haven't gotten a chance to? I know you kind of made for a move with the microphone.
I would just say if you want to help out with the organization and help a Wish Kids dream come true, come to the game support. You can donate at the game, but just being at the game, paying to enter, all of that, all of the money, or most of the money we raise at the event goes to their Make-A-Wish Foundation. So just show up and support, and it helps.
Cool, guys. You guys are awesome. Nice job supporting such an amazing organization. You're really making a difference in all these kids' lives. So high five, guys. All of you. High five. High five. High five. High five. Okay, we're going to be there at Jam the Dam. We're heading over to the bikes now again. And this is where Sean Hathaway from Mattress World Northwest. Hey, you've got your Mattress World t-shirt on, it looks like. And your name again?
Mallory Tyler.
Mallory, and you're a volunteer?
I'm the development director at Make-A-Wish Oregon.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for joining us this morning on the bikes. How long have you been on this bike already?
A whopping 2.5 minutes.
Okay, and how are you feeling?
Good. I'm going to be off this paper anytime now.
What level are you on? Are you on level 1, 2, 3?
Don't call me out. I have no idea.
Okay.
I want to be a couple levels above her.
Oh, there's a little bit of competition. How are you feeling?
Really good. I warmed up earlier this morning, so we're ready to go, Sean.
Oh, okay. So there's a little bit of competition. Huh?
We want to take down the news crew. Where was Drew?
Oh, Drew was on this bike. He went 6.4 miles, he says.
She'll probably go 7.
Do you have faith? I mean, you warmed up.
Oh, yeah. We're ready. Did jumping jacks back in the green room.
Oh, does that intimidate you?
I saw her eat a bag of circus cookies as well, so I'm not afraid now.
Okay, so while they're going, let me explain again how this works. For every mile they ride, $100 will be generously donated by the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation to Make-A-Wish. So, guys, keep riding. Put your backs into it and get going. Exactly, because the more miles you ride, the more money is donated to Make-A-Wish. If you want to help donate, if you want to help make wishes come true, change lives, do it. You can do it. You can go to kgw.com/wish, and that is our website. Easy enough to find, kgw.com/wish. Our goal is $35,000. There you'll be able to find some of the stories that you've seen here on our Facebook Live feed, and also you can go to our little KGW Facebook Live button that you should probably be seeing on the very bottom of your screen there. All you have to do, click that button, make a difference in a child's life, or do it the old school way. Pick up a telephone, 1-800-934-WISH, that's 9474. And now we're going out to Kristen. We're going to see her story. She wanted to be a model.
I'm going to meet Kristen. She doesn't know I'm here. No, I'm here. No, I'm here.
Oh, wow. Kristen was an amazing model, beautiful in every way. You can help people like Kristen, kids all over Oregon and Southwest Washington, get their wishes fulfilled. Go to our website, kgw.com/wish to donate. You can make a difference in a kid's life, a kid that is dealing with critical illness, stuff that they don't have to deal with, that they shouldn't have to deal with at least. Again, kgw.com/wish. You can also donate on our Facebook Live feed. You just click on that donate button. We have an update from Kristen. Let's get to it now.
Hi, my name is Kristen Wong. I'm 18 years old and I'm a freshman at the University of Southern California. I'm studying business at the Marshall School of Business here, but I'm also on the pre-med track to be a doctor. It's almost been 6 months since my wish, and it has been the most amazing experience of my life. When deciding what my wish was going to be, the two most important things to me were to use it for something that money could not buy, and for my wish to have an impact on people more than myself. In high school, I volunteered at a teen suicide hotline called Youthline, and it really exposed me to the social issues that we face today. I decided to use my wish to work with ARI because, like many other women my age, I respect how it fights the stigma against what social media feeds us, especially because I've seen how it's affected many teens that fall into the line. ARI and Youthline have very similar demographics that they reach out to, and I thought that using my wish to connect ARI with Youthline would not only give Youthline more traction and be an even more relevant source for teens, but I would be exposed to the works of having a higher impact rather than just a direct impact. The wish I chose was pretty unconventional, but it was more than anything I could have ever asked for. I was made an official ARI Real model. I met everyone on the team and was touched to learn that they had all read my initial letter that I wrote to the company. And most importantly, I gave a speech at the National Eating Disorder Association in Pittsburgh, where ARI's headquarters is located. And I spread the message on the importance of self-care and how Youthline is a fantastic resource for teenage girls suffering with their body image. I think my wish was a good reflection of how I try to live my life, making the most out of every opportunity that is thrown at me. Letting Wish kids truly decide on their own what they really want in that grueling moment of their lives is so important. No matter what age you are, going through a life-threatening disease is never anything less than exhausting, painful, and disheartening. Looking back, I was always so dejected when I was going through treatment, and my experience in comparison to when I was doing chemo to when I was experiencing my wish, there was like 1,000% increase in happiness. I can't think of anything that has happened that has made me as ecstatic as I was then. Wishes are so important and will forever be important for kids because it rejuvenates us. It reaffirms the fact that we do have value to our lives. And it brings back what we so easily lost sight of when we experience this downfall in our life. It brings back and revitalizes the joy, enthusiasm, creativity, and ambition that makes us who we're meant to be.
Wow, Kristen is such an amazing young woman. You can help make sure wishes come true as well. We're doing it all week for our Wish Week here at KGW. And today, here joining me now, Dave Rianda from the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. Thank you so much for being here this morning with us.
It's a pleasure to be here and to represent the foundation. Joe Weston does a lot of good things for our community, and I know he's excited about helping Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, and the foundation has been amazing because all day today, the foundation has said it will match all the donations, and they keep rolling in. So please know that your donation is going to go the extra mile because the Joseph E. Weston Foundation, Public Foundation, has decided, hey, we're going to match. And you guys, I mean, what made you decide we are getting involved with Make-A-Wish?
Joe Weston has quite an interest in serving children and children's needs, and particularly the critically ill children, and this has been one of his organizations that he's supported for a number of years. I think he's given probably $150,000 over the years. There'll be another gift this year, but it's for a good cause, and I'm like to say thank you, KGW, for taking the time to do this. It's really important for the community to learn more about the program. It's a good one. Joe really likes to fund children's programs, but he likes to also help the homeless, people in need, disadvantaged, and he started his foundation in 1991. And it's now located with the Oregon Community Foundation, and last year gifts were given over $8 million to 470 organizations.
In Oregon?
In Oregon, primarily Oregon, right,
wow.
Right.
That is amazing.
He's a good man. He's a very humble man. He realizes that with his wealth, he needs to share that. And so he sat with the foundation, and it's great to be here for Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, with the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation, so much money going towards such a great cause, fulfilling the wishes of kids with critical illnesses. They're dealing with so much already in their lives that they really shouldn't have to deal with as kids. But granting these wishes gives them a little boost of joy, and the foundation helps with that. So thank you so much for being involved. One of our big sponsors here, matching the donations today. So please continue to donate. You can make a difference in the lives of kids in our area. You had mentioned that the foundation donated money to 400 some odd organizations, most of them primarily in Oregon. And when people donate today to this cause, to Make-A-Wish, on our website, kgw.com/wish, through our Facebook Live feed, you can know for sure that that money that you're giving to Make-A-Wish is going toward kids in our community. We're talking about kids in Oregon, in Southwest Washington, dealing with critical illnesses. This gives them a boost, a much needed boost. And oh my gosh, guys, already $5,010 donated. Thank you so much for going to our website, going online, clicking that donate button. You are making a difference every time you donate. And again, the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation matching donations today. Again.
Could I just say one thing about that? Because one of the things that Joe looks at is the governance of an organization, the loyalty, the management of financial things, And his gifts he loves to use as leverage. And that's exactly what this is. Let's leverage more gifts for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yes, let's do it, guys. Let's leverage. Thank you so much, David.
Nice to
Thank
meet you.
you for joining us. I'm going over to the bikes now. We're going to check in. I will have fun. Okay, we're going to check in with our bicyclists over here. Are you guys doing okay? Let me, you know what? The microphone. I'm going to grab the microphone because we're doing Facebook Live. So this is behind the scenes. So bear with me while I speed walk to our little green screen. You guys are lucky.
Yes, very
Look at
breezy.
this. You're on the coast. How are you feeling?
It's wonderful. The little beach air. It was nice of you to bring this in for us. Thank you.
And you doing okay?
Oh yeah, the nice breeze from the ocean. Oh yeah, it's great.
Okay,
Feeling good.
have you been keeping tabs on how many miles you've ridden?
Somebody has.
Okay. And have you been keeping tabs?
It was hard because I had to pull her a little bit.
Oh.
up some of the hills.
Oh, okay. So you had to be the bicyclist in front, kind of being the person to be like, hey, come on, let's keep going.
She was basically drafting.
Okay, and continue to bicycle, guys. I mean, I know I can see a little bit of a sheen, a little bit.
Yeah, carry me out here.
Yeah. Hey, it means you're working hard, and we appreciate that because the more you guys pedal, the faster you guys go, the more miles you ride, it means more donations. For every mile they ride, it's $100 from the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. Already, all of you out there in Facebook Live world, in the online world, you've already donated $5,010. These little timers have gone off, and I don't know how many miles do you think you've ridden?
Maybe 3.5.
Maybe, okay, so that's like, okay, $100 each, so $350. Okay. What about you? Do you have a good estimate on how much you've ridden?
I don't have a good estimate. I could be a smarty pants and say it's just a bit further than Mallory, but
okay. Either way.
But we probably, yeah, whatever she did, double that, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, money.
Okay.
No. Times two.
That's true. Okay, well, thank you. Continue to pedal because the more, even though your timers went off, I think we're still keeping tabs on the miles you ride. Perfect. Again, donate online, kgw.com/wish, $5,010 already donated. That money will stay local to kids in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Go to kgw.com/wish. You can also do it the old school way, 1-800-934-WISH, 9474. That's 1-800-934-9474. Or hey, if you're watching via Facebook Live, just click on the little donate button on the little screen there. I think it should be at the bottom. Next, we're going to meet a little boy, 8 years old, named Soren. He wanted to be in a monster movie. So let's take a look at fulfilling his wish.
Soren is very inquisitive, and he has a very, very active imagination. Everything at that time was a blur. I saw that it was a phone call from the radiologist. I was like, oh, I need to take this. And he just dropped the bomb. I was like, I'm sorry to report, but the biopsy came back positive for Ewing sarcoma, bone cancer. I mean, obviously a 3-year-old doesn't understand the gravity of that word, but eventually, yeah, you have to come around and say, well, you have cancer.
I think we first just said, you know, you have an owie in your arm. The whole mantra around like decorating his room was all about superheroes, and he had superheroes watching over him. We were gonna help get him through this, and they said, what were you looking for? In a chemo pal, I said, someone who can do imaginary play with him. The moment Ben would walk in the door, they would be different people, and it would just be a reenactment of some kind of superhuman battle. And I'm sure that the role playing that he did when we were in the hospital was definitely an escape for him.
The whole experience of chemo and doctor visits and surgeries and you name it, it was like a dark tunnel, you know, something that you could lose yourself in the darkness, or you could focus on the fact that you're moving through it and that there's something on the other side. And that first thing that became something on the other side was the wish and the movie.
Green Lantern, Iron Man, Stormtrooper, Chewbacca, and Wonder Woman, and Batman. Superman.
It started just with meeting him, and right when we met him, we knew that he had this story to tell, and so we worked with Super Genius to create several characters that he could play with, and we basically were able to build a narrative out of that.
Then I just transformed into a ninja, and I got a sword in my back, and then I just give some of my love to my sister, and then the love brings my sister back to life as of a good guy, and then me and Camilla kill the monster, and I just fall asleep back in my bed.
You know, there was just an energy in the room that I hope he felt and knew that people were behind him. So I was just really excited that people were there to cheer him on in the movie, you know, so he could live that experience of being a hero.
Watching him just soak it all in was priceless. The way this wish kind of comes in and fills in that that fantasy of realizing that fantasy playtime was really special. I'm sure to have something that was just an outpouring of attention for a positive like that was probably very transformational for him.
Make you make a wish.
Soren was such a cutie. And hey, you guys are just joining us now on these bikes donated by Nautilus Cares. And don't you feel at peace right now? I mean,
I do. Where are we supposed to be?
I think
we're on water.
On water, maybe like a pond of some sort. I don't really know. But Keely and Maggie, both reporters here at KGW News, thank you for joining us so early this morning. Are you guys loose and limber?
No, and I'm actually really nervous as to how this is going to go.
So what, you just like got up on the bike and you were like...
I did. I skipped the gym this morning. I thought this would be a good supplement, and then we just both realized we forgot to stretch before getting on the bike, so we're here.
Yeah. I stretched
for better or for worse.
I stretched a couple. I did a couple stretches. I almost, injured myself just stretching.
Just
so we'll just see how this goes.
And
you one-up me on the gym, going to the gym every morning. That does not happen over here, but that's okay.
Okay, so we're going to see how far you guys get, but try to get as far as you can, because each mile you both ride, so each mile that you do, that's $100 donated by the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. So that's $100 every mile. Looks like, I think Rod was on this one earlier, Brenda was on this one, Drew and Nina, so.
The seat's a little high for Rod.
Well,
are you sure?
Yeah. There's a little bit of smack talking.
Up here.
Yeah.
It's adjustable, Maggie.
That's
it's adjustable.
True.
Okay, so let's set your timers. We're gonna let you go for 15 minutes.
Okay.
So hopefully you don't, pull anything. Good luck.
Thanks, Christine.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay, so on your marks, get set, and go.
Oh, man.
Again, every mile they ride, that's $100 donated. That is $100 extra toward Wishes in Oregon, in Southwest Washington, for kids going through really hard times, critical illnesses. If you want to donate, continue to do so. Right now, we're up to, I think, more than $5,000. KGW.com/wish is where you can go to donate. Or, hey, Facebook Live, there's a donate button. Whoa, almost $6,000, $5,910. Yes, keep on donating, guys. You are making a difference in kids' lives all across Oregon, in Southwest Washington. You are bringing joy to kids and their families that need it. Okay, so coming up next, you just heard the story of Soren, this little 8-year-old kid. He wanted to be in a monster movie. He had cancer. Now, you're going to be able to see him in that movie.
I can't see the monsters. Like, I really can't. I brought you some monster goggles. They don't work on me. Like, I already tried them today.
But ninjas still have one heart.
So, like, how do I defeat you if I'm gonna fight you? Or are you impossible to defeat?
I'm impossible to defeat.
Hooah! Is this doing it? Are we winning?
No, you're not.
Not at all? Not even a little bit?
I'm stronger than you, and I'm stronger than Hulk.
Oh my goodness.
Then the big giant sword put a good spell on you.
A good spell on me. Zzz. Actually.
These two are good. These two are evil.
So what monster's under there? Can you tell me what it is? It makes a face. We can't hit it. We can't hurt him. He's invincible. How do we beat him?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
There's a bunch of little tiny baby mamas.
I don't need this then. I need to switch my weapon. Too bad you don't have a super powerful move that can defeat me.
I do.
No! What is it called? What does it do? You have a sword that shoots lasers?
Yep.
And you're a ninja?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna run. This is too much for me.
And so far, $6,472 donated to our KGW Wish-A-Thon. Our Week of Wishes, our Wish Week going on now through Friday. Thank you so much to everyone who has either clicked the donate button on this Facebook Live feed, or if you've gone to our website, kgw.com/wish, or hey, if you've used the phone, 1-800-934-WISH, 1-800-934-9474. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of kids dealing with critical illnesses. And speaking of making a difference, Maggie and Keely doing their part. You're at the beach.
Wow.
And don't you feel good? I was gonna say, how are you feeling?
Really tired. Keely and I realized this is in gears, and these were in the hardest gear. So we're both already a little winded, and it's been like 8 minutes.
What about you?
Quite the hardest gear, but it was definitely easier now. Yeah, I'm feeling the burn.
Yeah, I can see maybe
Feeling the
a
burn.
little bit of a sheen. It's
Yeah.
like just a glisten, you know, it's beautiful.
I glow.
You glow.
I
Sorry,
glow.
glow.
It's not sweat, it's glow.
It's
Right.
makeup. Got it. Okay. And the thing is, the more these ladies ride, the better. For every mile they ride, $100 is donated to Make-A-Wish, thanks to the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. For you at home, whether you're tuning in on your tablet, on your cell phone, at work, wherever, keep on donating. You are making such a difference in the lives of kids here in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Already, $6,472 donated. Our goal, $35,000. You can help us reach it. For now, we want to show you the faces of 2018 Wish ambassadors who are helping raise awareness by wishing it forward.
This is my silly face.
This is my silly face.
Silly.
That made me really dizzy.
This is my silly face. Just my regular face.
My face when I get pizza. My happy face.
This is my mad face. This is my face when I see mayonnaise.
It's bedtime.
That's your face with the tired yawning.
Yeah, this is like I'm yawning and stretching. I don't know.
When I hear we get to go get tacos. This is my face when I have to go to the doctor.
No, I don't want to.
This is a surprising face because sometimes they don't know that I have to go to the doctor. When I get a shot.
It just hurts when it goes. No, it just hurts when it goes in right here.
Like, I'm gonna make my scared face. And I put my arms like this. No, ugly, like this. This is my face when I found out my wish came true.
I was this excited. Yeah!
This is the face of me, Liam.
It's me, Issa, Sunny, with Damon, Vince, Chloe. Hiya, it's me, Captain Toad.
This is a face of me, Brenna, a Wish kid living in Oregon.
Kids like us are waiting for their wish to come true. This is my wedding face. The hero!
Help transform lives today.
Thank you!
Those kids are so cute. I love seeing that story, the faces of these Wish ambassadors. Okay, you know how you can donate. We have been talking about it all morning long. Our goal is $35,000 for Make-A-Wish that has been in operation for 35 years, actually, so it all works out. KGW.com/wish is where you can donate. You can also find more on the stories you've seen here on this Facebook Live feed. If you're watching via Facebook Live, you can also donate on by clicking that little button. It should be at the very bottom of this Facebook Live feed, or you can call that number right there on your screen, 1-800-934-WISH, 1-800-934-9474. You can help make a huge difference, a life-changing experience for a kid dealing with a critical illness. So please go to our website, kgw.com/wish, be involved, make a difference in a child's life. Back out here on these Schwinn bikes donated to us by Nautilus Cares, we have Hannah and Savannah, both from Beaverton High School. Gosh, $7,972 donated. Keep donating, everyone. How are you guys feeling? You guys just swapped with Maggie and Keely. It looks like you have a little bit of a breeze.
Oh, yeah.
Are you feeling cold? Because you guys have some winter snow coming down.
So cold right now. So cold.
If you guys are so cold, why are you guys looking kind of warm?
We don't stop biking.
Okay, so these Beaverton High students, they're young, they're ready, they're limber. So keep on going, because the faster you guys pedal, the more mileage you guys will have. How this works is for every mile they ride, $100 will be generously donated by the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. That's $100 going toward wishes being granted to kids and their families right here in Oregon and Southwest Washington. So keep on riding, guys. We're going to continue to check in with you. I can hear you breathing. That means you're working hard. Please donate $7,972. That is amazing. Thank you so much for making a difference in the kids' lives that are dealing with critical illnesses. And you know, Make-A-Wish, they've been operating since 1983. Since then, that's more than 4,000 wishes. They had a record-breaking year this 2018 past year, fulfilling almost 300 wishes. Take a look at how they all started.
I don't think there was any way that any of us could vision how this was going to spread, how this was going to just take off in all directions. It's not just United States, it's worldwide.
There was a culmination of a whole lot of different people's ideas coming together, and it came together amazingly well.
I don't know what the impact is, but I have an idea. There's a few thousand people who over 35 years have impacted millions. Millions.
In 1972, I gave birth to Christopher. He was 4 pounds, 7 ounces. The nurse brought him to me and said, "Don't get attached, he won't live." And I said, "Yes, he will." I knew he would never grow up. I knew that just by holding him, looking at him. So I made every day count. Chris was my little buddy. He really was. We were planning on coming back to Phoenix for a visit, and along in mid-Texas, I noticed Chris he wasn't himself. Something was just not right. We took him right in. The doctor did a little pinprick on Chris and came back a short time later and said he has leukemia. The poor doctor just looked at me and looked at my brother and my mother and wrote down an address, St. Joseph's Hospital. and said, go there, they're waiting for you. I made a vow that night to even be, they say, a better mother, to even have more fun with him. We just kind of went from there. We really did, day by day, week by week, whatever we needed to do. Community college class, I'd met a lady by the name of Kay Austin. Her husband happened to be a U.S. Customs agent, which I didn't know. And she says, you know what, come on over to my house, we'll study together. Maybe I can help.
As we got into our studying, the front door opened and there was Tommy. And Chris jumped up with more energy than he had had the whole time he had been there. And I think he told Tommy to, you're under arrest or freeze or something.
Turned over and he said, freeze. I'm a police officer, so I froze. He got off the couch and he carefully searched my front pockets, and he was satisfied I was clean. He holstered his weapon. He stuck out his hand and he said, hi, I'm Chris. And from that moment on, we were buds. We were best friends. We were pals.
We absolutely loved having them be a part of our family. And Tommy began to talk to Lynn at that time about doing something special for Chris.
Ron Cox and Mike Stevens from DPS and I were together.
Tommy started telling all of us the story about Chris. So there was a lot of tears shed that night. And Tommy said that, well, some of you guys, many of you offered to help out when the time comes. I said, you bet, I will.
In mid-April, Chris had gone out of remission, and it was coming very close to the end. And I made a phone call, but to Tom Austin. And I said, Tom, if there's any way possible to make that promise come true, now is the time. Tom got on the phone to Ronnie Cox, said, Ronnie, it's time.
I said, hey, do you think we can give this guy, this young man, a show and tell around the helicopter? And his answer was, oh no, we'll give him a ride in it.
I called Chris on Friday, and hello, very weak drawings, very weak. I said, Chris, how would you like to have a ride on a real police helicopter Monday morning? Instantaneous, that voice changed. Oh, Tom, you're joking, you're joking.
Well, somebody notified the news people, so they're going to be filming. I thought, you know, this is starting to get a little over my head, and I think our director may want to hear this before he sees it on the news. So I called Alan Schmidt, and I said, Alan, here's what I've done.
And I said, yeah, we can do that, and we'll tour him around and all that.
And Ron says, I was introduced to this little boy named Chris, 7 years old, and we're going to do something special for Chris today. And I would like you to be standing by with your motorcycle.
6 o'clock Monday morning, the phone rang. Hello. Hi, Tom. This is Chris. You hadn't forgotten, have you? I said, no, I hadn't forgotten. Well, I went over there about 20 minutes till 8, and he was already out in the driveway. And I wish you could have seen the look on his face when I drove up. He knew it was real. A smile from ear to ear.
I got there and set up the motorcycle at our headquarters building just as the helicopter was coming in.
He was given a ride in a real Ranger helicopter. They landed at the Department of Public Safety. From there, we went over to Colonel Schaefer's office.
He walks around, high fives everybody, introduces himself.
We stood him up on my desk, and I swore him in, handed him that certificate, and pinned the badge on his coat.
It was wonderful. Chris was such a proud little boy. I mean, to him, with that badge, hat, everything, he was a policeman. He really was. This was something that I was totally helpless to do, but Tom had pulled it off with the help of Ronnie and help of all of the DPS officers. On May 2nd, he said, Mommy, I'm not feeling real good. On May 3rd, he passed away, just that quick. There was a unity born with these officers and what they did.
We had lost a fellow officer, we meaning Arizona Highway Patrol. I was called into the commander's office, and he said, we have learned that Chris is going to be buried in a little town called Kewanee, Illinois. He said, I would like you and another motorcycle officer to go back and give Chris a full police funeral.
When Scott and Frank came back from the burial and the memorial for Chris in Illinois, we were talking and I was asking Frank and Scott, how did this come about? How did it all go? And we were just chatting and they were telling me how it went. And we all said basically at the same time, there's more children out there. Why don't we go find them?
I love the idea of it, and I love what it brought those families.
I've often said it was just a snowball effect, and a snowball rolling down here, hell, it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Make-A-Wish is not mine or anybody else's. Make-A-Wish is a thing. I truly believe in the power that made this happen.
I think there are a lot of people that can't even imagine how small it was and how little money there was.
So to sit here and say, happy birthday, Make-A-Wish, you are now 35 years old, tells me that the original founders and the original board members and all those long nights, it was all worth it.
We happened to hit on the most universal emotion there is. It's totally universal. There's no language boundaries, no country boundaries, no philosophy, no attitude, no political boundaries. It's universal. The people who are there today, 35 years later, carry that torch, same rules, same, all kinds of same things that we set up when we sat down and said, how are we gonna do this thing?
Gosh, Make-A-Wish, such an amazing organization already this morning. All of you out there online and through phone calls have donated nearly $8,000, $7,972. Thank you so much for calling in, for clicking the donate button, going to our website, kgw.com/wish to donate. Meanwhile, we've got our Beaverton students here. Hannah had to swap out. Lauren is now in her place. Savannah here. They've been bicycling for almost 15 minutes. How are you guys feeling?
Fantastic.
Oh, 15 minutes. That little ringer is the marker. How are you feeling?
Mile 10.
Oh my gosh. And both of you guys, are continuing to go. And that is because for every mile they ride, it's a $100 donation from the Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation. How many miles are you guys at now?
5.
About 5 miles? I think you guys are beating out our KGW people. What about you? Where are you at? Probably about the same?
Yeah, probably about.
Okay. And it looks like so far this morning, and people have been on bikes pretty much all morning, that we've been live for a couple hours now on Facebook Live. I think 23 miles on this bike, and these bikes donated, by the way, by Nautilus Cares. And what's your odometer? 22 miles. And so every mile, like I said, $100 donated to Make-A-Wish. We've had people on these bikes riding really hard, basically trying to raise as much money as possible. And you at home or at work or commuting, if you're watching us via Facebook Live on your tablet or phone, you have helped us get to nearly $1,000 during our KGW Wish-A-Thon for Make-A-Wish. We're trying to raise $35,000. You can help us do it. You can help make wishes come true for kids dealing with critical illnesses by going to our website, kgw.com/wish. You could do it the old school way by dialing up on a telephone, 1-800-834-WISH. That's 1-800-934-WISH. That's 9474. Or hey, if you're tuning in via Facebook Live, we're making it easy for you. You can just click the donate button that should be at the bottom of your screen there. So even though their little ringers went off saying that they're done riding for 15 minutes, these Beaverton High students have it. They've got it going on. So they're going to continue to ride. And all day long, we're going to continue to broadcast. We have a broadcast from noon to 2, as well as 4 to 6 p.m. All day, we're going to have local celebrities come on riding these bikes. They're going to continue to raise money for Make-A-Wish. And I can tell you, at our 12 p.m., we're going to have performances. Let's show you around the studio. Jay behind the camera there, he's showing you around. We're giving you a behind the scenes look right here on Facebook Live. This set is looking great now. Yeah, we know. But at 12, this is going to look different because we're going to be so lucky because we're hearing from a Wish kid. He is going to be performing for us, and he is super, super talented. Then from 4 to 6 p.m., we're going to have a performance from We 3. That is the McMinnville band everyone is talking about. So this studio going to be transformed. Again, donate online, KGW News or kgw.com/wish. So far, nearly $8,000 donated. That means you are making a difference in the lives of kids here in Oregon and Southwest Washington. You can donate all week long for our Wish Week. You can donate right here on this Facebook Live feed, calling the phone number 1-800-934-WISH, or hey, like I said, kgw.com/wish. We will see you right back here from noon to 2. Again, 4 to 6. That is going to be the time span when We 3 will be here live in studio for a performance, so you do not want to miss it.